Hello everyone, welcome to our latest video. Today we are going to talk about what the other side might look like and why your loved ones might actually take you there when you're dreaming. Okay, so what does the other side look like? Well, honestly, across the board, when I've asked people about when their loved ones have taken them over to the other side, and I ask them about this when the loved one that I am communicating with for the person who's sitting across from me will show me that they have taken that person into their dreams. They'll show it to me in a couple different ways. Taken that person into their dreams, have gone into the dreams of that loved one that is still here on this side and brought them over to where they are existing now on the other side. I say existing now because I want to actually differentiate between the living and crossed over loved ones, which we will call the dead. The living, the dead. And I'm sorry if that moniker offends anyone, because it has actually in the past offended people when I referred to loved ones on the other side as the dead. Anywho, so what the dead will show me is they will show me you laying in your bed. They will show me themselves either at the end of your bed, which to me is something I have experienced on several occasions, and something that loved ones on the other side, dead people, will do in order just to say hello to you, to let you know that they're okay, to watch over you as you are going to sleep, or possibly wake you up from a sleep and stand at the end of your bed. I don't know 110% if standing at the end of the bed is a lesser communication. I do not know 110% that when a loved one stands at the end of your bed, if they're only standing there because they can't quite make it to next to you. Because when I see them standing next to you, and it always looks super hilarious, it's a different sort of thing. So at the end of the bed, I usually find that the messages you receive are actually in your brain. That when the loved one speaks to you, you don't hear them out loud, like somebody else in the room, if they woke up as well, could hear them as well. The message itself, the verbal communication, is usually actually in your brain, which is the way it is when I communicate with crossed over loved ones for people who come here to be communicated with. So the end of the bed, to my mind, is usually the start of it all. It is the beginning, because after 3 months, my father stood at the end of my bed. Most of the first year after my grandmother passed, she sat at the end of my bed. She then moved herself into a doll's rocking chair that I had over there. And she was only 4'11", so maybe she fit. Anywho, so the end of the bed is the first one. That's the first thing you can see, that opaque person, that thing that you think, what the heck is that standing there? Okay, no, it's just laundry, or it's just a trick of the light. You can actually focus yourself out of seeing it. So when you do see it, no, it's not scary. It's not a bad person. It's someone who's coming in to say, hey, I made it over. I'm all good. It's kind of like when you text somebody because you were driving from Victoria to the Comox Valley. The Malahat Highway is a little scary. So you want to tell people, I got here. I'm good. Everything's okay. That's kind of what the end of the bed is. I got here. I'm good. Everything's okay. So if you think that your loved ones are trying to communicate with you through your dreams, but you don't entirely remember your dreams, oh my gosh, my brain tells me to tell you to ask to remember your dreams, which seems ridiculously simple. I am not a dream specialist by any stretch of the imagination. I'm a dead people specialist. So what I hear in my head is what I tell you. So the things I hear in my head have a pad and a pen next to your bedside table. You might actually recall more than you think you do, because you might actually be telling yourself you don't recall as much. You might want to just get up, and when you get up, just start writing down things that just come to your mind, because they might be flying in from the back to tell you, because these people, this is a lot of effort a dead person goes through to bring you to the other side. It's a lot of effort for them to show these things to you, so it behooves you to make an effort as well. It's not as easy to remember as you think, and it's nowhere near as easy as you might think for them to do it for you. So you doing half the work really does make some sense. Also, they keep showing people like waking up in the middle of the night. So if that is something that is happening as well, you might want to write things down, even if it doesn't look like it's just going to be an absolute mess. I can't see what I'm doing. It's dark out. You know what? You're doing better than you think you do. So just try that one out as well. They want me to tell you. Also, being able to talk to people on the other side is an absolute privilege and a joy and such an amazing thing to be able to do, because I tell you, dead people, they're in a good mood. They're rested. They feel better. They're not as worried about the silly things that we're all so worried about constantly, day after day after day. Dead people do not care about debt. Dead people do not care about the cost of living. Dead people do not care about vacations. They are on a permanent one. So dealing with them and being around them can actually be pretty awesome. The thing that usually can make an experience with a dead person harder is grief, and that would be your grief, and that would be your I actually just hear jealousy that they're over there and you're not. And we all know it's not like that. We all know that sometimes actually dealing with people who are on the other side is excruciatingly painful, because you want them so badly to be here. And having them that close can actually almost feel worse. Almost feel like they're in a room and you can see them and you can never hug them, and you can just see them. And part of you is thinking, are they cold? Are they sad? Do they know I want to hug them? When they come into your dreams, they're letting you know they know. When they come into your dreams, they're letting you know you don't have to worry about me. I am so good, and I want you to show you why. That's why they're coming into your dreams. So if you're not remembering it, don't worry, you will. Maybe meditate. Maybe start to use your mind in a way that allows for these memories to actually come to the forefront. Because right now, you may have tricked your mind into thinking there's nothing special about you. And you are, in all likelihood, completely incorrect. Because we all have a sixth sense. There are no just five senses. No, that's them. No, Bill Goods. Don't believe it myself. So, trust me, trust you. Try meditating a little bit more if you don't remember your dreams. Try actually calling to certain family members and saying, could you come through to me? And if that family member is newly dead, call to someone who has been dead for a little while and say, could you grab them by the hand and bring them into my dreams? And when you bring them into my dreams, could you just say blah, blah, blah? Or could you make me feel blah, blah, blah? Try to set it as a pattern. Try to tell them how you would like to be communicated with, because they want to communicate with you. You are that important to them. And because you know that, because they are that important to you. Thank you for watching this video. I hope it helped, and I hope it brings you closer and closer and closer to the people who are on the other side. I can be found at BobbiRowntree.ca, Bobbi Rowntree BornMedium.ca, Trinity Yoga and Spiritual Services.ca. I got a few domain names. Find me. Namaste.